Welcome to the Lion's Den. Let's go. Let's go. And we're live, but we're not really live. But Lion's Den's back on deck. Season 2, episode 8. Want to go ahead and introduce yourself,
what up?
Man?
What's poppin', everybody?
Yeah.
What up? I host Eric, a.k.a. Money Compton, a.k.a. the bad guy, a.k.a. the good guy, a.k.a.
No, wait, hold up. You can't be both. No, man. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, just the bad guy. Just the bad guy. I am the bad guy recently, especially on the internet the last couple hours, so I am the bad guy. And I got my co-host, Mr. Mike Lee.
What's going down?
He's got two shoulders now.
2 shoulders.
I feel bad now that you say whenever your shoulders hurt, bro. I feel like you feeling bad.
Okay, here, let's
I feel like it's my fault.
It's not your fault. Okay, here, backstory. Money and I were both on our high school baseball team, and
we had a squad.
We were okay. We weren't. I mean, I was a starter, so that says a lot. But no, I'm just playing. But yeah, shoulder history.
Yeah.
We were playing against, no racism here, a bunch of big white dudes in Marin. What was Marin?
Huge corn.
They were huge, bro. I'm like, wait, this is high school?
It might have been Marin. Yeah.
High school players? Why are they so big, man? Like, what are they eating out here, you know?
Right.
We're over at Galileo eating taco pockets and bagels with cream cheese and hot Cheetos. I mean, they probably got Pepsis. A lot. Yeah, man.
So, them hot wings at school at the cafeteria was straight, too.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, but I don't think it didn't help us grow, that's for sure. But anyway, we're getting whooped. I think it was probably like 7-0. We barely was getting on base. And I was up to bat. I hit the ball. I was like, yo, I'm going to make it on base. I got to make it on base. I ran with all my heart. I made contact, man. Hey, nobody was making contact. I made contact. So I was like, yo, I gotta get the base. I'm running hella fast, going down the line, and my dumb ass slid head first.
Made
it. The first base. I made it though. I was safe, but in the process of going into the base, my shoulder ran into the base, and the base is a mounted base. So when it hit, it popped out. And this was like, I think probably 4th inning, because I remember I had to sit throughout in the dugout for the rest of the game because our school was too cheap to have an ambulance be called, right? I remember this, dude. And then Coach Papa was like, "You'll be all right," or something like that, right? like the umpire, like I think the first base umpire was like checking my shoulder, like, "Oh yeah, it's out of place. It's out of place." And I was like, all I was seeing.
Wasn't it like a doctor, EMT, or something like that? The
I don't know, man. I was out of it, bro. All I saw, it was like the old TVs when there was no reception. It was like black and white static.
Snow.
That's what I saw. It was like, and then so I sat down. And I remember it was like dislocated the whole time, and then I had to wait all the way to the end of the game. And then assistant Coach Mike.
Yeah, Coach Mike. He was cool.
Yep. He drove me to ER. Coach Papa didn't drive me. They didn't get no ambulance.
Of course not.
Mike brought me. But before we go to the point of the story, what's interesting, right? So when I got to ER, they called my mom to come pick me up and stuff.
Right.
So my mom came with my uncle, and then when my uncle got in the door, and I was already high as a kite, and I was like, "Hey, just come see Coach. This is Coach Mike, or whatever." And then my uncle's like, "Hey, I know you. They used to work together or something like that." I remember that. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So it was cool. But the whole point of it was my dumb ass got my shoulder dislocated. So, somebody had to take my place at first base. Somebody had to take my place. Can y'all guess who it was? Wait, let me point this way.
Yeah.
And then I think you were leading off, and then they threw the ball to the first baseman, and they tagged you out. So
it was the sorriest pickoff in history.
Horrible pick.
It was the worst pickoff. So, backstory: I never played baseball in my whole entire life until that year, and the only reason why I played is because somebody said, "Hey, bro, let's go play baseball. It's fun." That was legit. Like I never played any type of organized baseball. Never even pick up baseball. So, the only reason why I kind of low-key made the team was because I was fast. And so I was literally there like steal bases, but I forgot, like, no one taught me how to, like,
lead off.
What, somebody tries to pick you off? Yeah, like, nobody taught me none of that.
The mind games behind it all. And
nobody told me any of that, bro. So, like, as soon as the dude picked me off, like, I was so, like, I walked right off the field, bro. Like, straight to the dugout, like. So.
Oh man.
So yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see the shoulder's doing well.
Yeah, you know, it's weird really though, bad. Right?
Every
so
time I feel bad every time the shoulder happens because.
I mean, yeah, you know, I mean, the thing is, like, when
we lost that game.
We did lose. We got murked, but you know, I mean, when it popped out that one time, you know, I went to ER. They not put me to sleep and then popped it back in, right? So then, you know, there's various times after that, you know, the rotator cuff, like the tendon tears. So there's multiple times where, you know, I popped it out. You know, I was asleep one time, I popped out. I was playing basketball one time, and I went for a rebound like this, popped out, popped it back in. Now swimming one time, that's why I hate swimming. I was swimming, grabbed the wall, popped out.
Oh man!
So I ended up getting surgery to basically retighten up the tendon. I think it's the tendon or the ligament around the rotator cuff, because when I injured it, it tore it, so it weakened it, so it's not as strong. That's why it was popping out so frequently. So I had surgery done on it, and I remember the surgeon was like, you know, this is not a permanent fix. You might have to, you know, go back and, you know, revisit this in the future. And that was like over 10 years ago, right? After getting surgery done, I did pop it out one other time. I had to go to ER, but that was like 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Since
then, all I've had was like random, you know, I'm lifting weights, okay, it's fine. Right. But dude, that day, I think it was literally a week ago from today. I was like doing a workout, doing like cleans, you know what I mean? Like where you like bring it up like this, bring it back down, whatever. And I felt fine. Then I did some push-ups. I just did 30 push-ups that same night. And then I got up, I'm like, oh crap. And then I couldn't even move it, bro. It was like this. I literally could move it like this high. That's it. This was the range of motion right here. Couldn't move it up this way either. It was just this way. And I was like, what is going on here? Like, did I tear it again? Is it popped out? No, it's not popped out. I'm doing shoulder rolls. I'm good. So yeah, I went to urgent care like the next day, because the next day I woke up, I couldn't move it. And I'm like, you know, I need to get a sling or something just to kind of put in place. And then just throughout the next few days, it's just kind of loosened up a little. It's not 100%. Like my dumb ass today, we're at the beach, and I like, you know, I sat down and I put all my weight on this arm while I was putting myself down. Ooh, still hurts. But this is way more. Look, man, just bringing up this high, bro. This high, I'm happy. I couldn't do that. Like literally, I've been working, typing like this with a sling in my hand, like this. It's been crazy. Sorry, but now it's the movement's there, and I'm gonna get an MRI done on Monday. Okay. Because it might be, sometimes my wrist hurts too. So I'm thinking carpal tunnel maybe, or it could be just a reoccurring injury. So either way, get the MRI done, and it'll check for anything that there might be. So just getting old, man. You know. That's
we come in some OGs, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy. Oh, I mean, I guess we've been on like a good little stuff.
Hey, can I mention one thing? Have you heard of this brand of coffee? Let me see if I can get it in the screen. Equator Coffee?
No, never heard of it.
So a few friends recommended it to me. I guess since we're talking about consumerism.
Is this one?
No, this is not. It's just kind of a random thought because I'm still drinking it. So they're like, yo, it's so good. If you're not in the city, you can like order it online. And
are they only in the city?
I don't know. They're like, but they're not anywhere close to me. I know that much. So I was like, okay, I think.
And for ladies and gentlemen, not to cut off Mike. For ladies and gentlemen, when we refer to the city, we are from San Francisco.
San Francisco.
The city is known as a city. The town is Oakland. So when we say the city, we're talking about San Francisco for the people following us on YouTube. Back at you, Mike.
Yes. Sorry, I had to put that and I know there's, you know, on a side note, there's people that bash on people that call San Francisco the city or San Fran. I don't really like San Fran myself, but there's people that hate on people calling it Frisco. I grew up calling it Frisco.
I used to see either the city or Frisco.
Yeah, but then there's people that live in the city now going, oh man.
I've seen that. I've heard that.
What do you mean? I grew up there. That's what it's called. What are you talking about?
Right. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that floating around.
But anyway, they recommended Equator Coffee. You know, I like, my favorite is like probably my favorite coffee is probably Pete's Major Dickinson's.
Go hard. Pete's
I
go hard.
love the Major Dickinson because it's just a real hard, heavy, bold flavor, right? So we were going to the beach. We were going to Stinson Beach today, right? So we're on a drive there. Passed by this cafe and it said Equator Coffee. I'm like, oh, we're gonna go there on the way back. So we did.
Okay.
So we went there. Just got some cold brews.
Yeah.
Disappointed, bro. So dope or nope. This is a nope for me. And dude,
what's wrong with it?
I got my wife the same thing. We got the same thing. She loves iced coffee. You know, her thing is Starbucks iced coffee. She loves that. And I know it's a chain, blah blah blah, but Starbucks makes some good coffee. Let's just be honest. So it's all personal preference, right? So the problem with this coffee, in my opinion, at least for this specific brew, I don't know what the brew is. It was just cold brew. So I don't know what they used or whatever, but it just said cold brew. So I like that bold, heavy hitting, like kind of bittery little like flavor, right? Yeah. This one has more of like a soft, like fruity flavor to it. I don't like that. It just tastes strange to me. I've had this since 4 p.m. Right now it's 9:30 almost. I'm trying to finish it, and bro, I can't finish it.
Throw it away.
No, man, it's $4.50. No, $4.25. You think I'm look?
Away.
Hold on, man. This is $4.25. We have about a fifth left.
So $1? You have $1 left?
Yeah, man. This is $1.
Bro.
It's $1,
still, man.
It's $1, man.
You got.
It's like 5 calories, man. So you know, I'm gonna just sip on it. I'm gonna sip on it through this podcast. But I'm just letting you know, for me, this is a no. I mean, maybe I'll try something else. But they said, hey, you should try maybe a hot brew. Okay, but if you're cold, if your ice brew is not good, I don't know.
What makes you think you're cold? Yeah, I don't know. So anywho's, man. So I guess is this counting as one as your two?
Nah.
All right.
I'm just BSing. That's all. But I'm being honest. I'm being honest about it.
Well, that's a no. Equator Coffee. I never even heard of it. I think I've seen it in the city, but I've never paid any mind to it. So there is that too. So
yeah,
I got one. It's not really a review. It's more of a re-up. It's so good that I had a re-up on it because
don't tell me is it that's that one.
Yeah.
That's sad, man. Okay, go ahead.
So we're gonna go with these. We got the Powerbeats Pro. I went with a different color. I went lime green. So my initial ones, I actually took last week when I went home to California. Somehow I lost them. Yeah, I think I lost them in my rental car. I'm pretty sure actually I did lose them in my rental car because someone has actually been able to put a claim in and retrieve them for me. So shout out to that person.
Awesome.
So theoretically, I have 2, but during this time, I was panicking because I was like, yo, like, this is what I use when I'm walking around the house or when I'm taking work calls on my cell phone because people can call my direct extension through my cell phone.
Yeah.
I use these. I don't like to use my studios. Like studios is really more for like webinars, WebEx, Zooms and all that stuff. These are just kind of a little bit more easier to kind of just walk around the house.
I will say, like on a side note, like when you mentioned that, right? These are really, these are in ear, right? They go in the ear canal, and I usually don't like them, and they usually don't fit me well. But these, they fit like a glove, bro. Oh, you got the yellows.
Yeah.
You had these.
So they actually I had those. So I had what Michael has on the right. Actually, I just got to retrieve them next weekend, but they're found. They have 2, but in the time being, I didn't know, or I knew I lost it, but I didn't know someone was going to be forthcoming. But these were like, so I figured someone was like, oh, the cleaning guys are. I'm pretty sure they was like, oh, this is a mean come up. We're gonna go ahead and just slide these to the side. So I just figured that they was chalk to the game, but there are some honest people. So theoretically, I have 2 different Powerbeats floating around. So, however, these are the ones. Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all. So these are the ones that actually just they just dropped like 4 new colors recently. And this just happens to be one of them. So royal purple is always one of my favorite colors. Then navy blue, and then always like this volt, neon yellow, greenish kind of thing. It's probably one of my favorite colors. So I was like, we're gonna go ahead and run them. So, I mean, obviously, it's basically like a pair of AirPods, right? AirPods, but just over the ear. So they're not noise
It
canceling,
just
but
wraps around. Yeah, it's like
it
noise.
wraps around your
They
ear.
call it noise isolating. So it's
Yeah.
like it removes some sound, but it's not gonna remove it all. But
Yeah.
it removes enough. I feel like you can get
It
pretty
removes
loud
enough.
too.
Like I think I would be okay traveling with these on the airplane. Like I wouldn't be salty if this is all I had. I would
Yeah.
be okay. But I say that saying that this is a super duper always a cop for me, just because the battery life is super duper dope. The box itself charges.
Yeah.
I could probably go a whole 5 to 6 days without charging the box because the battery life is amazing. And as you put in the box, it's charging your headphones too. So
Yeah. I think on one
I
charge, the earbuds themselves they last for like 9 hours,
like
which
that. And
is
then I think
yeah,
exactly.
freaking long time.
Right. And so even pre-COVID, when I was working in the office, I would just use like one of my left or my right
Yeah.
earbud and just kind of just have
Switch it.
one. Yeah. Switch it open. Just have one ear open. So if someone was talking to me, I could still hear the conversation and stuff like that. So this is definitely a dope. I know Mike is kind of on the fence with
No,
these.
I'm not, man. I got a pair of these. I'm not on the fence no more. I'm not on the fence. These are better than AirPods. These are better than AirPods.
I think so.
Yeah.
You think so?
I used to not think so.
Yeah.
Look, hold up. All right. I can tell you that they are. So, because I got both. Okay. So.
Thought about getting them instead.
Got the AirPods?
I thought about it. I was really pondering it.
What, getting the AirPods?
Yeah, I was.
I mean, you can't go wrong with the AirPods. AirPods are solid.
But my ear canal is super duper small, so they won't stay in my ear. So I need the over the ear point.
That's the thing.
Just my only. That's my only beef.
The wired earbuds don't fit your ears, right?
Not really.
Okay, so if the wireds don't, these for sure ain't.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, I love the AirPods. They're just the convenience. But yeah, the battery for these, like on one charge is like 4 hours or something like that.
Really? Wow.
So this lasts me a whole work day, and I have.
Right.
And this is just my personal look on it, right? So I mean, they on both the AirPods and the Powerbeats Pros do the same thing. I have my personal phone, and I have my work phone, which is iPhone 8, and it being on iCloud, I'm listening to it on my personal phone. I get a phone call on my work phone. All I gotta do is pick up, choose the Powerbeats Pros, switches right to it, right? Mm-hmm. Both of them do that, but the fit on these, that's the main thing, bro.
Yes.
I usually hate the ones that go in your ear, but these with that hook on there, you just kind of twist that way, and it locks in. Literally locks in. I even ran in these. Beautiful.
And not to mention, in the box, you also get like a whole bunch of different size tips too.
Yeah.
So you actually get different tip sizes as well. On this.
I haven't changed mine. Like the ones
I haven't changed mine either.
Yeah, the one that came with it is perfect. Yeah, perfect fit.
So this right here, this actually changes. They have different size tips. So if you have a smaller ear canal, bigger ear canal, but like Michael said, like the ones that are standard or the ones that I guess you could say the default ones.
Yeah.
These are perfectly fine.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are perfectly fine. I'm, to be honest with you, someone asked me if I would take these back since technically I found my other ones. Nah, bro. Like I'll probably just leave them in California and just leave them out there as a second pair. So that's one less thing I got to pack for now on. So, but no, this is this is a must cop for anybody who likes to go on runs, who likes to just work for, good. It's good from working from home. It's definitely a good secondary set of headphones if you're traveling or anything like that. These can be a little bit bulky or anything like that, but if you just want something that's a little bit more free flowing, definitely recommend these. And they're actually on sale right now at Best Buy. I got I got it for $199, but retail I think they're like $250 or something like that. So
$250, yep.
Yeah, this is someone on sale right now.
I got these refurbished for $130, just FYI.
$130, yeah. So
hey man, you can find them refurbished pretty good too. I mean, they're dope.
I
would buy it at retail though. Like at this point,
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, at this point, like after using it for a month or so now, maybe 2 months now, I would actually buy them brand new. And that's coming from a cheap person like me. I would actually buy them. They're great.
So I was actually gonna buy them full retail when I found out they was on sale for $199. I was like, oh, this is even better. And they just dropped like 4 new colors too. So they had like four initial colors, and they just dropped 4 new ones. So yeah, must cop. This is just, I want to say this is a new review because Mike and I have talked about this in the past, but I had to re-up because apparently I lost a pair when I was in Sacramento, but they were found thanks to some honest Bob out there at National Rental Car. So Michael, what you got, man?
All right. I mean, do you want me, because I got an electronic too, and then I got a non-electronic. Should I go ahead and go with? Okay, switch it up, do electronic
Go now.
round
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go
Okay,
now.
okay, okay. Well, check this bad boy out.
I see you sipping on that. God.
Yep. A thermo. This is the brand is Thermos. You know, this is a 64-ounce water jug. Okay. Cold water, hot water.
Does it keep the
Supposedly,
water cold?
yeah. Supposedly, it keeps it cold for like 9 hours, right?
Does it though?
Without ice, nah. With hey, this is an honest review, right? With ice, it'll last me all day. It won't be like ice cold like a Yeti or like a hydro flask, for example.
Right.
I mean, but the material is plastic, you know, so it's a little different. This one has a handle, so you kind of carry it with you, so it's good on like hikes and stuff like that.
Bro, that looks like something that you'd be working if you're a union worker at like some welding company. That's a lot, bro.
Hey, man, comes out great, locks in place. $15.99. Okay, you can. Hey, I'm just saying.
How much is a Yeti?
Like 40, 50, 60 bucks for
a
lot smaller. Yeah, for a lot smaller.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Hydro Flask.
I know they were taxing 40, people 50. On that.
Yeah,
I know
they're good though. They're good though. But I'm just saying, man. Like I had one and I lost it, so it's like I don't want to spend a lot of money on a new one. Right. And my main thing is working it like in my work desk right here, right? Every day working here, busy season. Right. You know, I usually have like my mason jar with water, like something, or just a cup, right?
That's what I usually just have right here.
Yeah, right there, something like that, right? And I've noticed, you know, I don't get up quite as much as I should. Meaning, like when I was in the office, I was right by the kitchen, in and out every 30 minutes, hour, refill, get hydrated. Up here, bro, like I gotta go all the way down the stairs. I'm hecka busy, so I end up just being glued to the screen the whole time. So my main thing was I want a 64-ounce so I can get all 8 cups of water that I need to consume a day at least in one sitting. So if I don't get up, I can still stay hydrated. That was my main purpose of looking for this size of a bottle. And I did bring it to the beach today, and it was, you know, very convenient. Just carried around. My wife has one too. You know, you can just hold it. It's actually, it looks like it's really bulky, but it's very light, very light. I mean, of course, this last week when my shoulder messed up, it was kind of hard to drink out of this damn thing. I was like this.
Right.
I'm trying to drink it, but But I mean, if you're expecting like it to stay as cold as it was when you first put the water in the morning, you're gonna be a little disappointed.
What if you put ice in it?
Put ice in it, it's gonna stay cold. It's not gonna stay ice cold.
Okay. But
it's gonna be cold. So
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, for me, it serves a purpose, especially for the price. I think like you could it retails for like $20, but at my local Target, $15.99.
Okay.
And
so I have to always have like I almost have to have ice, like my water. I have to have ice with my water, so that's always gotta like I gotta have ice no matter what, bro. So that's my thing. Like if you fill it up with ice and it can stay chill by the end of the day, I'll entertain it. Like I just don't believe in buying. The only reason why I don't believe in buying Yeti or Hydro Flask is like, bruh, like knowing me. Well, that's one, and number two is just like that's low key overrated. Like
it does keep it really cold. I mean, it'll keep water cold for like 2 days, but
I kind of want to buy one just to test that out, though.
I have one. I have a Yeti. I have a Yeti like that bottle you had. I got it as a gift from my manager for Christmas. I think it was Christmas or something like that. So I use that. So I can confidently say it keeps that crap cold. But like see, like in here, this is really, you know, it's not like
I see what you're saying.
It's plastic, so it's not gonna stay freezing cold unless you assist.
I wonder how it would do with. I wonder how it would do with hot stuff, like you put a chicken noodle soup in there.
I don't know, man. That's a lot of freaking chicken noodle soup, but
you just do one can. I ain't saying you got to fill the whole damn thing up with the chicken noodle soup.
True. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure it'll do okay, but if you really want it to stay hot, like if you're trying to like go camping or something, you gotta keep it hot for maybe over a day. Yeah, man. That's what the Yeti's for, man. That's what those Yetis,
Yeah.
Like, cause they make them for like soups and stuff too.
Yeah, so, I've seen people like. I saw a coworker. He had a Yeti cup, and like it was like 3 p.m. and like you could still see the steam coming out of his coffee. Yeah. I was like, bro, you just got that? I said, you just got some coffee just now? He was like, nah, it's from this morning. I'm like, really?
Yeah, but see, that's like a pro and a con. Because I did use it for coffee. Like when I was in the office, that Yeti that I got as a gift, I was using that as a coffee mug. but I don't like my coffee piping hot. I like it.
They
I
be
like it.
Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, I like it hot, but not like straight out of the Keurig machine hot. You know, I like it. I
Right,
like to
right,
let
right.
it sit for maybe like 10 minutes, and then it's
Right.
hot, but not burning my
Right.
whole mouth hot. But when you put it in the
Right,
Yeti,
right.
it stays that hot.
Right.
Too damn hot.
So there's no. Right.
So,
Right.
but
I don't know.
overall,
Maybe I don't
this
know.
is a dope. This is a dope. This is a nope. This is a dope. 100%,
Okay,
man.
okay.
I mean, for me, for my purposes, you know, given what I'm saying,
something to do some shortcuts in.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you're
Yeah.
expecting it to keep your beverage cold for over a day, this ain't gonna be for you.
Right,
But
right.
if it's just for like, you know, for a work day, you know,
Yeah.
Or like a day trip, it should be fine. It'll do its job, and it's affordable.
Okay.
Handle. I mean, it's very comfortable. So yeah, it's a dope for me.
Okay. All right, so it's back on to me.
Yes, sir.
So you know, the last couple of shows, I guess I've been buying some high end crap and.
Yeah. Tell me about it. And you just said you bought another pair of Powerbeats Pros, and you don't even need to keep them, man. You just let's go. Okay, what you got now? What you got now?
So I bought something. Actually, this is kind of it goes in with this room with the theme. So anybody knows me, I'm like a huge Power Ranger nerd, like the OG Power Ranger.
The original show with Tommy and Jason.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
Kimberly.
So I've been online. I went to Comic-Con. I went to S2E8. It was actually the last trip I went before like COVID. So I went to Comic-Con in Chicago, actually looking for this one particular product, and I couldn't find it. Like no vendor like was reselling it. And actually, I saw a couple of them on Amazon. They was charging like $200. I was like, that's a hard no. I'm not spending $200 on that. Yeah. So I happened to just kind of, sometimes you're at work, you kind of have a couple of minutes of downtime. You start surfing the web. So I ran it again. I ran the search again. Yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
So I ran the search again on Google, and I guess Hansbro, who makes all different type of toys, they're the ones that came up with G.I. Joe, Transformers, and all this other stuff. I guess they have some type of agreement with Power Rangers right now where they're creating different toys and stuff. So I found this for $65 on Hansbro, and I hit add to cart immediately. In fact, it came out on Friday. So
it's a it's newly released?
It's newly released.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm interested.
Which I'm not even mad at. So I bought this. So I bought the Green Ranger Dragon Sword Dagger for $65. So it's kind of dope. Like it plays music. So, it even lights up.
That's dope. Now, did you buy it as obviously you bought it as a collector's item? Like for me, if it was if I bought it for my son, we would be having sword battles, and I'm like, man, that's an expensive ass sword for a sword battle. But yeah, that's a great collector's item.
For $65, like I feel like this is one of the cheaper end things I bought for my collection of just randomness, like collectible things in my house. So for $65, like I'm not mad at this at all. And literally, it comes with like a little stand. So
it comes with it. I was about to say you're gonna have to get a stand for it.
Yeah, so it came with a stand. Yeah, so it comes with a stand. So I already have a dedicated place on my bookshelf where it's there just chilling. So for $65, I mean, it's to each his own. This is just nostalgia stuff right here. But
that is, hey man, Power Rangers, the OG Power Rangers, because they have like animal Power Rangers. They got all sorts of ninjas. Like man, the OG.
Yeah.
Man, just like the I remember the Power Rangers movie too, man. Dude, throwback. Yeah. So something like that. I mean,
So I feel like for $65, this is something that you can kind of leave up there, and it's a good talking piece. But I mean, I'm not mad. I'm not mad compared to like whatever I would have got charged at the comic book convention or Comic-Con.
What is the entry fee
also
for
like Comic-Con?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think it was like $40 or $50.
Damn.
So you go to Comic-Con, and then you go to so Comic-Con, they have like all these different speakers that'll come and like talk about stuff. So they actually had Zach, the Black Ranger. They had Billy there that was doing like autographs. So you actually had to pay like different, like whatever you wanted signed. They have like different fees on different types of stuff. And then and like all around the whole convention hall, they had like different vendors, like different just people who were selling just crap. So they had people that were selling like lanyards. They had people that were selling like statues, people that some were homemade, some are just resell. To be honest with you, Michael, I felt like I was in a big ass flea market, low key. Lowest
That's
to
what it
keys, it
sounds
felt
like,
like a big
actually.
flea market.
Yeah.
It was like basically a big flea market where there were just different vendors that sold different types of things, and you just kind of had to get in where you fit in. If you're looking for collectibles, like you can spend some money. If you were looking to buy like little Funkos, you know what they call Funkos, pop Funkos,
I don't even know
the
what that
little
is.
toys with the little big old head,
The big,
Popo Funko.
oh, is that, it's called Funkos?
I think so.
Huh.
I don't know. I think that's what they're called. But they were selling those and stuff like that. So I mean, you just kind of had to get in where you fit in. So I was like, I specifically was on a mission to look for this, and I found one person who actually had it, and like, bruh, I was so hot. I digress from the story about our review because I'm already gonna say this is a yes. So I see this guy, he actually has it in the box,
Yeah.
like walking around. I'm like, bro, where did you get that from? He was like, yeah, I brought that from the house, man. Huh? Like, why did you bring it from the house? Like, are you selling it? He was like, nah, man, I'm not selling it. I was like, well, why did you bring this big old
Flexing,
thing?
just trying to
Low
flex on
key,
you.
lowest to keys. And I was like, oh, so you just walking around with a big old box of the, like,
Yeah.
did you get the Green Ranger to sign it or anything? He was like, nah, man. And so I started to be like, I will give you $250 right now cash to buy it. And I was like, you tripping, dude. Like, the fact that you're running around here with a box that has no sense, like, I was trying to hear if there was a backstory, and he was like, nah, I just wanted to carry it around. Okay.
Some nerd stuff right there.
Very much so, bro. Like, I was low-key salty at him. Lowest to keys. Lowest to keys.
That's like nerd flexing. Straight
Yeah,
nerd
yeah,
flexing.
yeah. Yeah, it's one thing. Like, I've seen flexers in my life, but it was my first ever Comic-Con, so it was very different to see like a nerd flexing on me. I didn't know how
Like,
to feel about that, but
I feel a little disrespected. What
low
the hell?
key, lowest to keys.
How do I respond to this?
No, yeah, it was weird, bro. It was super weird. So those are my two, but I'm definitely keeping that. Like, I have a place for it. That's not going back. For $65, I feel like the material could have been a little bit better. But if I paid like 100, like if I would have paid 150 for that quality, for that type of material and that kind of quality, I would be sending it back. But for 65, yeah, it's not bad. It's okay. It's above average.
Yeah. I mean, you get the price point, what it is. I mean, for you, it's like a collector's item. It's like a display item, display piece.
Right.
And, I mean, from here, it looks awesome. So yeah.
I mean, it's not bad, but you know, you kind of got a little. This kind of bends a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of cheap plastic.
What else did they release? Did they release other items as well?
Not from what I think they've released like some Megazords and stuff, but like toy versions.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'll send you the link. But
I have the morphing thingy mobile. What's it called?
The morpher. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it, but it's not in English. Like, I remember when I was a kid.
Japanese joint?
Yeah, I got it in Japanese.
Oh, that's not bad. That's a collector's item.
Yeah, I need to find it, dude. It's like it's somewhere in the garage. Because I got that, and then I got like a lot of the weapons, right? So I had the little two yellow Ranger little daggers, and then I had the who had the bow and arrow?
The Pink Ranger?
Pink Ranger. Yeah, I think it was the Pink Ranger. Yeah, I didn't have all of them, but I did have a bunch. They're in the garage, and I'm like, some of them are in not the greatest shape because, you know, it was a kid toy, you know what I mean? So,
but it's almost 30 years old at that, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
It's 25 years for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of cool. If they're like if they're gonna re-release some of the classics, like
I'm copping I'm gonna cop some of it, man. I'm not gonna cop everything, but I'll cop a couple of things. And if this is one thing, I think probably this, and maybe I don't know, maybe like the White Ranger one, or
you know what's funny though? You know what's have you watched the OG Power Ranger shows recently, or even the movie? You remember the movie?
I remember the movie. I haven't watched.
I watched that movie so many times. So many times. What was it with like Revenge of the Ooze or something? I don't remember what it's called. Something like that. It's low key really corny, but then like
super corny.
I mean, as a kid, I really liked it, and now it's hella corny when I watch it now. But I still like it though. Yeah.
So I actually watched that. I would watch that one over the one that they released a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I watched that too, just because to see if my son would get into it, and he didn't get that into it, and
it took too long for the story to play out. I felt like that movie was about 30 minutes too long.
Yeah, well, and even the shows, like the OG shows, is corny, but it was kind of meant to be corny.
Right.
The new ones are corny, but like corny, like
right.
Kind of cringe corny a little bit.
Right.
But not like my whole point is it's not like the OG. the
Right.
OG Power Ranger shows, man.
So yeah, this is a must cop for sure. I'm not mad. Or I'm keeping it, I should say. So, what you got next, bro?
All right, man. Since you
I feel
did
like I did feel like I did good this week on the price range.
you did, and you know what? Speaking of price range, here we go.
Ooh.
Okay, first of all,
I
you know
thought
what?
there were Beats actually, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna
All
lie,
right.
bro.
So these pair of headsets, I'm gonna have you guess the price of it, but let me present it to you right quick, okay?
Okay.
So it came with a case.
Okay.
So you see this nice hard zipper case.
I thought it was a Beats. I thought it was a pair of Beats, bro.
No Beats. I'm nothing against Beats. I like Beats. So it comes with obviously the auxiliary cable, headphone jack.
Yep.
This is not USB-C. It's micro USB. I don't know if you can see. So it's the older technology, but here's the headphones. It folds up.
Are they noise canceling?
Yes, they are. So under here, you have the power. Let me see if I can reach. Yes, I could. So power, volume.
Move it up a little. Okay.
Volume rocker. Power, headphone jack, and right here, this button here is the noise canceling button. I actually don't have it on that much because it sounds weird. Like I don't like the way it makes my ears sound. It makes me sound like I'm like stuffed up, but it does work. And sound quality, pretty cool. I've actually worn these. It's very soft. Look, you can see the.
Yeah, the quality don't look too bad from over here.
So the brand is Taotronics. They actually sell these at Best Buy. Not this specific model, but they do sell some Taotronics. They have earbuds as well. And they do sell them at Best Buy. This one, they don't. Obviously, it's a cheap China brand, right? But sound quality, though. Sound quality is pretty good. The bass is not heavy. If you turn on the active noise canceling, it enhances the bass a little bit. But it's more like I'd like to think it's more like a balance sound. So it has a little thump. It has like a natural bass thump, but it's not like a, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not one of those. So, but overall, man, it's pretty good. Taotronics active noise canceling over ear headphones came with a case. Old micro USB charging technology.
Beats is still using that too, so there's that.
Really? Oh yeah, Beats is sold by Apple, and they're not trying to go the USB-C route right now. They're doing Lightning port still, but or whatever it's called, Thunder Lightning, whatever the hell.
Well, they're only for the Powerbeats. They're only going Lightning cable. And but AirPods. The other one, but they're like my studios. They're still using USB or the one that you got.
Old tech, So. Yeah, they don't want to go to USB-C route, but that's a whole new story, a whole another story. Everyone's hoping the new iPhones have USB-C and like are universal with every other modern technology. Just technology in general. But that's a whole nother story. But hey, given my little presentation here, let's guess the price, man. What you think this cost me?
I'm gonna go with $75.
Ooh, okay. If you were playing the prices right, you would not win. But
really?
Yeah, they go for $59.99.
I was gonna go either 50 or 75 is where my increment.
$59.99, and I think right now, or at least last week, there's also an additional $10 coupon that you can use on Amazon, so you can get them for as low as like $50.
That's not bad.
And I would say that I would recommend them.
You would or you would not?
I would. I mean, it depends on your purpose. Like for me, these would not be my primary pair of headphones.
Gotcha.
Right? My primary pair of overhead, like you have the Beats, right? These are mine.
Yes.
So these are my like if I was gonna go on a plane or something like that, right?
Right.
I'd rock these. These are what I'm rolling with.
Are those Sony's?
Yeah, these are what I'm rolling with.
Okay.
Noise canceling as well. Honestly, the ear cups on these cheap ones feel better, but the sound is way better on these.
Okay.
So, but
let me ask you a question. How much do those run for? Those right there. Yes.
Retail, I think they're like, at the time when I bought them, I think they're around 200.
How much are they now?
Well, I bought them for like 108. And that was like, that was last year. And with the case. So I don't know what they go for now, actually. I think Sony's actually releasing a new line of headphone, like the more, this year's model. So they probably are cheaper now. But yeah, these.
You're the second person that's recommended those to me.
What, Sony's?
Yeah.
No, Sony's
legitimately
are
within the
great.
last week.
Sony's are great. Sony speakers suck. Don't even get no
Right.
Sony speakers. But their headphones, man, top notch.
Well, if you think about their PlayStation headsets, they're not that bad either.
Yeah, the PlayStation headsets are really good. That's another thing I bought. Because I remember the last podcast we did, I used the wired headset.
Yeah.
I returned them because they suck, dude. I listened back to the podcast, sound horrible.
So you went on ahead and got a Sony. Which one did you get?
I mean, this isn't part of the dope or nope, but I'll show you wireless pair of it's called Steel Series.
Okay.
They're the Artist One wireless with a detachable. I never detached it yet. Detachable mic. The volume rocker right here.
Don't detach it on this podcast and it breaks on you, bro.
Yeah.
We're not reimbursing for broken materials on this show.
Yeah, I'm not. But I've used it a bunch of times playing this game.
Okay.
Called Valorant, right? It's a first-person shooter game, and it's pretty good. You can adjust all the settings. But yeah, why did I even mention that? Actually,
just talking about headsets.
Yeah, we're just talking about headsets. Okay, but here, let me go back to my original thought, like in terms of these good secondary pair. These,
okay,
I don't know. Maybe to most people, it probably is a good primary pair of headphones. Honestly, it probably is.
It's a good start. It's a good It's probably a good starter for people that are getting into like traveling. What else? How can I say? Getting into traveling, or probably want to try to see how noise cancellation technology probably works.
Yeah,
I probably would say that's probably a good starter headset. What you think?
Secondary, yeah, like
secondary.
Here's like for example, so we talking Powerbeats Pros. That's probably my go-to if I go out running or walking right now. If I walk my dog,
facts.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna rock those, especially in the summertime. Right. It's hot, right?
Oh yeah, big facts.
It's hot.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Wintertime, I actually like going out with like your headphones that cover my
ears.
Low-key,
like some earmuffs, kind of.
Right,
sort of like
right.
Okay.
So these, I will never bring those Sonys with me. I don't want to mess them up. I don't want to break them.
Agreed.
I rarely use them. I only use them when I go on trips or something, which we're not doing much of right now anyways. So these are a pair I would probably bring with me on a run. I don't care if they bust and they sound good enough. They do the job. They, I can't, the active noise canceling is great. So sound quality is good. And like in the wintertime, like you said, if it's cold, put some earmuffs on, keep yourself warm. So that's the type. That's what I would. I mean, I've been using them like ride my stationary bike because I'm sweating like crazy. But I'm rocking those. I wouldn't want to sweat on the Sonys. It's a good secondary pair for me.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, and I totally agree. Like, I don't think I would take these ever running.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't really during COVID season, I probably wouldn't be wearing these right now. Well, I probably would do it probably for my for podcasts and stuff like that. But outside of that, like, they're not leaving the house for like exercise or anything like that. Like you said, just kind of like same thing with your Sonys. They're just strictly for traveling and whatnot. And even when I'm done traveling, that's when you kind of, like you said, you can bust those headphones out, or you can go to like a Powerbeats or something like that and kind of go to a secondary route. But I see what you're saying. For $50-$60, that's not a bad investment. I think that's a good. So you're saying that's a yes?
I say it's dope, man. I say it's dope. I think for most people that don't care about, like for me, I'm just kind of addicted to headphones. I have too many damn headphones. But like for like a normal person who's like, you know what, I just want something that works really well.
Right.
And I'm not trying to break the bank.
Right.
No brainer. Right. There's actually a few brands on Amazon that you can get. I haven't tried all the brands. There's like this other brand called MPOW.
Okay.
Trash. Taotronics, I mean, it's a good brand, and like I said, they sell them at Best Buy, so there's some legitimacy to them too.
Right.
So I say it's a dope.
Okay.
And that's our dope or nope. So we had 3 dopes. No, wait, were they all dope?
I think they were all dopes.
Man, we got 4. No, yeah. My coffee wasn't part of the segment.
That doesn't count, bro. Yeah,
that don't count. Hey, look,
and you drank the whole cup. I seen that.
Yeah. I need to brush my teeth now. Horrible taste in my mouth, but yeah, man, we got all dopes. We need to get some nopes sometime. We did have a nope last.
Yeah, it was that stupid ass Dyson I bought last episode.
Did you return it?
No, not yet, because I've been out.
Oh yeah.
So I'll probably do that this weekend. I need to take that stupid thing back. It's not. I'm cool, man. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what it does, bro. Like, I
appreciate like the fact that it might help with like health or whatever, but does it really work? That's the thing.
So I don't really know unless I sit there and bust open and see how the filters have been working on them canisters. But outside of that, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a humidifier. I guess I can kind of see during the wintertime, but I don't know if I want to hold on to it around then.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, do you want? I mean, I have a little bit of a segue. You know,
Go ahead.
we can let's rewind a little back.
Right.
So we're back at your Green Ranger sword. Yeah,
Right.
there it is. Did you know that Tommy actually had a few MMA fights?
Really?
He did. I think he's like 2-1 or something like that. He has a better record than CM Punk. So, but but hey, I'm just saying that because speaking of MMA,
Right.
we have a pay-per-view coming this weekend on
We do.
Saturday.
We do. We do.
They've been entertaining us on a weekly basis.
They
Last
have.
few
They've been
weeks,
doing a good job.
good job.
UFC's been holding it like UFC has been holding it down for all of us sports junkies during COVID season. Like,
yeah.
and this is coming from probably the biggest UFC basher. Like, I'm low key looking at Dana White like I need to shake that man's hand because he's actually been trying.
Yeah. So I mean, we can briefly talk about it as a closing, unless you want to like talk about anything else on this
No,
specific
I got
episode.
nothing else, bro. I
But,
definitely wanted to talk about this. I know you're super duper invested in, so I definitely want to give you your time to shine.
Yeah,
on
you
this,
already
bro.
know. You already know. I'm a fan of DC. You're probably not so much because you're a Bones fan. But why can't you be both? You can be both. You can be a fan of both.
It's not that I'm not a fan of DC. It's just that like I just can't take him serious. Though, like every time he wins something, like like anytime he's handed something, like he instantly like loses it, and that's against John Jones. And I don't know. Like I don't know how I feel about that. Like I feel like he's a paper champ, but
That's a light heavyweight though. So we're not
so that's
talking
what I'm saying.
about.
So we don't. Yeah. So I don't know his resume as far as being a heavyweight. I know that he did beat
Lost once.
Stipe, which was against Stipe.
Yes, at the rematch.
Right.
So now this is the trilogy. First one.
Right. So
yeah.
The first one he won. He beat him.
Yeah. So
the
first
second
one,
Stipe like flexed out on him.
First one in the clinch, bow, drops Stipe, ground and pound. Second fight, DC got a little too trigger happy with his fist, and he was whooping on Stipe. Like he probably was winning 3. I think did it end in the 4th round? Whatever, however long it lasted,
like
DC was winning. DC was winning that fight. But he wasn't using none of his wrestling. He was just going up to him, not respecting his power, like not respecting his striking. Just went up to him and just kept banging it with him. And then eventually Stipe adjusted, attacked the body. DC got tired, hit him in the body. That kind of crippled him, and he got taken out. So here we go. Trilogy number 3, 1-1. They're saying this might be like the fight that will determine like the greatest heavyweight of all time, which is not really
a sorry division, bro. Like
but here's the thing with the division, the reason that Stipe could be considered the best is because he has the most defenses, and that's what's crazy about heavyweight. It changes hands so frequently because one hit, one centimeter, one hit, you can be out cold, right? I feel
like it's such an overrated division though, bro.
But I mean, that's what it is, though. That's the baddest man on the planet is the heavyweight division.
It is, and I'm not taking that. I think Stipe probably. I got Stipe winning just because I feel like he's more polished, and I feel like nothing against DC, and like this is me not taking any bias away. Like I feel like DC's just got too many other ventures. Like he's a commentator. He's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's a commentator. He's been looking into wrestling. Like wrestling with WWE.
He's a coach. He's a coach for Gilroy High School.
So he's got a lot going on, and this is for me, like, in all honesty, like trying to give this man credit where credit is due. Like the man does a lot, and I think he gives a lot to the sport of MMA as far as giving back. And so I think he doesn't get enough credit for that. So me as a person, I never want to try to like throw shade at DC as much as I do. I think he does do a lot, but I think he might be sometimes being stretched all the way out where you're doing so many different other ventures and not being able to come back home and kind of be able to focus on it. And it's not a bad thing. Like you're doing a lot of good.
You're securing the future too. So
exactly.
It's just like Woodley. Look what happened to Woodley, man. He was doing a lot of different things but yeah, I hear your point about that.
So that's my only concern is like, I know he's going to go and be at 100% most of what DC can be 100%, but is it the same DC that won the heavyweight title? I don't even know who he beat for that heavyweight belt,
He beat
or
Stipe.
not. He did beat Stipe.
Mm-hmm.
So he beat Stipe for the belt.
Then he beat Derek
So
Lewis, and then he lost to Stipe.
yeah, that Derek Lewis. I think Derek Lewis was a little too. They shot him too fast for that one.
Well, I mean, you find a wrestler like DC, it's game over.
Yeah.
That's kryptonite. But
Yeah.
but yeah, man, this is interesting because rumor is, or not rumor, but speculation is, well, DC made it clear it was probably his last fight. So
Right.
he's gonna go out. He's gonna go out, do his best. If he wins, he can ride in the sunset as a champion. If he loses, he did his best, and he didn't.
Right.
He just came up short, and that's cool too. Whatever.
Right.
And
Stipe,
I
agree.
Yeah,
I
and then
agree with you on
Stipe
that.
is like same thing. I think like he's getting up there. He's
Dude,
a firefighter.
Yeah.
He's a firefighter
Is he still a full-time firefighter right now?
Yeah, he is.
In
So
Cleveland. Right.
Yeah, so it's like, but at the same time, I mean, it's just a good fight, man. Like, you can't hate either guy. Like, it's just gonna be a good fight. I just want to see a good fight.
I'm not gonna hate on this one. Like, I think I personally want to see Stipe win, but if DC can pull this off, I think this will kind of. Yeah, I'll say this in my book only. I don't know about anyone else's book, Mike. If DC can pull this off, I think all is forgiven in the past of him. I think for me, if he can pull this off, I think I'll give him a free pass on the John Jones situations.
Yeah, I mean that's different. I mean,
right.
A lot of people even are saying, we don't know what John. I mean, it's all speculation, but we don't know what John was on. Whatever, that's cool. Whatever. There's a little asterisk to a lot of people, and that's fine. Whatever. But this is kind of like at the end of the day, though. Bones won that. Bones won that fight with DC. I think they're both past it, maybe. But this is heavyweight. This is a whole nother type of like grudge match. So
you think this is the greatest? This is the winner of this will be determined.
Probably just based on numbers. Because remember, DC fought as a heavyweight in Strikeforce. Then he came to the UFC. He moved down to 205 because his boy Cain Velasquez was in the heavyweight division. So he didn't want to compete in the same division as his training partner. So that's the only reason. But prior to that, he was undefeated in the heavyweight division, and he fought a lot of tough dudes. So just based on his like stats and his history in that division, yeah, he probably would be, because he is like probably the second best light heavyweight. Obviously, John Jones is GOAT. There's no denying that. So and then Stipe,
second best light heavyweight. I probably would give that like, ooh. You give that to DC?
Oh yeah, there's nobody like Bones
Chuck
and DC.
Liddell?
No, man.
As far as impact to the sport, he brought a lot to the sport, though, bro.
Impact, I guess, but I mean, at the prime, you're gonna put DC against Chuck. Who's gonna win? I feel like DC is gonna wipe the floor with him. So that's just my opinion.
Let me look at 205. Let me think. Champs. Forrest Griffin is a no. Chuck Liddell, maybe. Tito,
trash, bro.
Yeah, he's trash.
No.
Ken Shamrock is a no.
No.
Randy Couture is a no.
Randy Couture is pretty tough, though, man.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, like, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, you can debate top 5 light heavyweights of all time, but there's no denying DC and John Jones. And then Gustafson's up there. Gus is probably 3-4, somewhere in there.
Put Anderson Silva up there, too, even though he never won.
Yeah, but is that really his division, though? That's not like...
Do you put... he embarrassed Forrest Griffin in 205.
True. I just see him more
like
as a
anytime they
but...
stick him in 205, he embarrassed them, bro.
Yeah. But then DC beat him, though. So...
Yeah, like, when did Silva take that fight in, like, 2 days' notice, though?
Hey, man. You look at the record.
I mean, it's a win. A win is a win.
Yeah.
A win is a win.
So...
I'm not ready to give him all of that much credit yet, like...
he's definitely top 2.
I give him top 5.
Easy. I mean, you can whatever your preferences are, you put him wherever.
He's in the list. He's in the conversation.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. So, and then Stipe, he has the most heavyweight defenses in the UFC history. So, yeah. I mean,
I'm so like I'm so sorry to cut you off. I'm so contemplative. Like, I've never seen Stipe fight. So I've seen.
Are you serious?
I've never seen a Stipe fight.
Huh. Okay.
So I'm super duper contemplating, like, do I really want to buy this just to give Stipe my $65? Like, is he $65 worthy?
That's gonna be a
Let's be honest with you. The undercard's trash.
Not necessarily. Let me look.
I mean, I like O'Malley. I just don't really think he's.
Oh, you're talking about the rest of the main card,
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
undercard, the actual undercard, the free portion.
Yeah.
It's not bad. They got Gilbert Burns' brother on there. I think that's Gilbert Burns' brother. What's the main event on the prelims? Oh, we got Jim Miller. So he's a veteran. So that's the prelims. So I guess on the actual pay-per-view, you have John Dodson versus Marab. Marab is shout out Marab because Matt Serra.
Yeah.
Matt Serra's a homie.
Yeah.
Matt Serra's a homie on Instagram. So that's his guy. So I always got to root for him. He's a monster. He's like a mini Khabib. So that's that's starting the card. If I'm reading this correctly, one of the fights is off. The dude that always has his face green like Hulk. He got the COVID or whatever. So
yeah, I did hear about that.
So that one's canceled. He was supposed to fight that dude that fought in the 2 times in the last 2 months. Remember that dude? Yeah, I forgot his name, but I guess that's not, and they don't have a replacement for now. But then after that, they got JDS, another heavyweight fight against
Junior Dos Santos. Okay.
Rosenstruck. Remember the dude that knocked out Overeem and then lost to who the hell did he lose to? Who did he lose to? Francis. Francis knocked him out.
Okay.
Francis knocked him out.
Yeah.
So this is his first fight coming back. So that's gonna be a banger for sure.
Okay.
Then after that, you got Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Vera. That's gonna be a banger. Sean O'Malley, this is his coming out party, but I don't like we were talking about earlier. It's a co-main. I don't know. I mean, he has star power written all over him, but I feel like right now, they're still growing.
They push him too hard.
Yeah, I think he would.
Or they're pushing him too soon in the wrestling term.
He would either fit better, to start the main card or main event the prelims.
Agreed.
Or main event a free fight night. That's what I feel like.
Agreed.
But either way, if he wins, I mean, this is tough competition for him. It's more a higher competitive level than what he's been facing. So they're slowly building him. But putting him in the co-main slot is kind of you would
pushing him too fast. They're pushing him too early.
Well, I just feel like the co-main always has to be. I guess it kind of fits. I mean, his popularity is growing, but I don't know. To me, just weird. I don't.
He puts butts in seats. He's definitely a highlight reel.
Yeah, he's one of the hype trains that has not derailed yet, right?
Not yet, yeah.
So, and I think he'll probably get the dub. So, and then obviously we got DC versus Stipe. So it's going to be a good card. I don't know what they're going to do with the main card, if they're going to add another fight to it, because right now there's only 4 fights.
It's this Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
I don't.
Ugh. Well, either way, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's how other people
acquire
watch, I mean, it's definitely something to tune into. It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, all these fights seem like
because next month is Izzy against next month is Izzy, the Izzy fight, right?
Oh man, versus Paul Acosta.
Yeah,
that's on September 19th. Yeah, that's the next pay-per-view. Yeah.
I think I'm willing to give my 65 to that.
Depends, because that's the only fight that's announced. I'm looking at it right now. There's no other fights announced, so we'll see how that card develops. And then UFC 254 is Khabib versus Gaethje. Oh man, that might be a buy. That might be a buy for me, bro. Man,
I'm thinking that's what I'm trying to see. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy the Stylebender fight just because it's Stylebender. He's probably my favorite fighter right now, but that could be Gaethje's going to be. Ooh, I don't know, bro.
That's why it's intriguing. You don't know. He has all the tools in the world, and then the whole thing with Khabib and his father passing. How's that going to affect him? There's a lot of backstory. There's a lot of intrigue. So, but we talk about that the closer when it comes up. I mean, that's the cards haven't been built yet. So, but yeah, man, it's gonna be. 252 will be fun. It'll be fun. It's not for me, I got a budget, right? I can't just spend $65 every month on a pay-per-view.
Exactly. It's almost it's turning into a utility bill.
Right. Yeah. And my utility bill is already expensive as hell. So it's am I going to invest in this card or am I investing in Izzy versus Costa? You already know Izzy versus Costa.
Right.
That's going to be banger, but we got to see what the rest. But so I'm looking at it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna actually cop this pay-per-view, even though I'm a huge DC fan. I want to, and then plus, given that one of the fights is off now, I'm like, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. It should be fun though.
Agreed.
Do you want to do a quick prediction? I mean, I already kind of did my predictions.
I'm gonna go
It's
the
Stipe,
undercard
right?
route. I'm gonna go DC. I'm gonna go DC.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
go with undercard. I'm kind of, if this is his last dance, then
What
like
are
I
the
said, I think
odds?
for me,
It's
I
even.
haven't looked that
It's
up.
even. It's Stipe is a minus 105 and DC's a minus 115. So DC's a very, 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 very slight favorite. Barely.
Yeah. So
So
I would go with, I would, if this is DC's last fight, I like I said, if he wins, all is forgiven in my book, and hey, I'm kind of rooting for you, bro. So but if Stipe went, like, and that's not that, it's not that I don't hate Stipe, like I just, you know, trying to go against the grain a little bit this time around. So I'm gonna go with DC
I
and
got
see how
DC
that
too.
plays out. And
Sean O'Malley probably got Sean
yeah,
O'Malley.
yeah.
And
I'm gonna
he's
go with Junior Dos Santos the next
oh,
fight.
you are, huh? I'm going with Rosenstruck with a vicious knockout somehow.
The one that got shot there and got put to Sewell, Ngannou.
Hey man, prior to that he was
Yeah.
wrecking havoc. So I just
Side
feel
note,
like
when does so the winner of this fight is the next, does Ngannou get to the winner of this fight? The
hell no,
championship?
man. Yeah, wait. Oh, championship? Yeah, he
Yeah.
has to.
Right.
He's beating everybody. He beat Kane, he beat JDS, he beat he
And
didn't
he
beat
putting
Black
people to
Beast,
sleep.
but I mean his momentum, he has to be the next up. And here's the thing that's crazy about this the heavyweight, right? Like I was saying earlier, if
Right.
DC wins, peace out probably, right?
Right.
Unless they go, hey, John Jones wants to come up to heavyweight. What's up? Oh,
Which has been word that he's been thinking about coming up to heavyweight as well.
that'd be interesting. I mean, I pay for that.
I'm
And
not paying for that, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see it again, man. I don't think I'd want to see that.
first fight with John Jones at heavyweight, like we don't know how he's gonna perform, and the way he's been performing lately is like
He has been kind of
lackluster.
bootsy. He has been kind of bootsy.
So
Now that you
I don't know.
said
To
it,
me, it's just a little interesting. Like, how will it play out at heavyweight? But if that actually
yeah,
happens, that happens. But I don't know. Stipe already beat Francis, but Francis I think has gotten better since
yeah,
then, especially in the gas tank. So
right,
basically, Stipe just tired him out. Really, just like
right,
grabbed, like put all this weight on him, made him lose all this strength. Like it was smart, right? What he
right,
did. But that'd be interesting. So yeah, Francis got to be next for
yeah,
sure.
agreed.
And then Black Beast. He got called out by Curtis Blades. They both want to fight each other. So the winner of that might be next after Francis. So hey, heavyweight
Yeah,
division is kind of fun like right now. So
yeah. It's
we'll see
looking,
what's up.
it's probably as deep as it's been in a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. We got a lot
Yeah,
of interesting matchups. So
yeah. I think it's probably one of the deeper. It's probably it's at its deepest points as far as talent and contenders wise in a long, long time. I think.
yeah, and I guess hey, in closing, we're talking about UFC, man. UFC 4 coming out Friday. I already pre-ordered that
Is
mug.
it coming out on Friday?
Yes, I can't wait. If you want it, I got the gamer club at Best Buy. Give you 20% off, and then I can just make it so you pick it up. But
20% off. I have a $5 coupon for GameStop too.
it's Best Buy though.
I mean, that's what I mean. I'm so sorry. Best Buy. That's what I'm saying. I have a $5 coupon.
That's why I did. I traded in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then
Okay.
I had a $10 coupon, and then I used my 20% off. So I spent like $15 on this game. And if you pre-order it, you get Tyson Fury and some, I forgot who else, but
Hey,
whatever.
put me down. I think I'm gonna pick it up Friday.
I just text me, man.
Okay, we'll do. So
But
we can find you at, Birdie.
yeah. You can find me on Instagram. I am Mike.o. And next week when we talk, I'm probably gonna do a first impressions of the game. So be on the lookout for that. And where can they find you, man?
Hey, they can find me on the gram at Money Compton. And yeah, let's run this back next week. I am 75% sure I think I'm gonna buy this game.
Cool.
So
Let me know.
I'm gonna text you right now.
Oh, and end of the month, Lecrae with his new album Restoration 116. What's up? Represent. Let's go.
There you go.
So
There you go. Shout out to Lecrae.
little cheap plug.
There you go.
All right, man. Episode 8. This is episode 8
Yep.
in the books.
And we're running back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.